Good morning, my loves. How are you? Hope you're doing well. So, really, so much to say. Um, but I wanted to just reflect on something really fast. I think is just such a really important principle to remember, especially in this just very busy, chaotic world we live in. So, let me just tell you about, if I can briefly, my last couple months. All right. So at work, I've mentioned a lot, like how I had just this major production um, last week of February, and just hard to overstate the amount of like time and energy that takes going into it. Um, but in addition, I also help with our each of like our lower grades at school also do like a grade level play for their parents to watch, and it's great to help the kids kind of learn to speak in front of an audience and things like that. And they're not, huge productions in terms of costumes and scenery and um, music and choreography, but it's a lot of work. Like developmentally, it's a lot of work for the kids to do, and it's a lot of work for the teachers to put on too. So pretty much since I got back in January from the break, I've been working on the run up to our big musical. A week or two before the big musical, though, was a second grade play, which was really fun and cute, but again, just a lot of work, like day in and day out, lots of work, rehearsal and kind of prep and things like that, planning and communication. And in addition to this, I have a teaching load as well. So then after the big musical, then it was time for the third grade play, which um, me and some colleagues have been working on, since basically December. Um, and so, rehearsals for that were, again, just it takes time, it's effort. And of course, there's never enough time when you're doing a play of any kind. I've never been in a production where I just felt like we had all the time we needed. Um, and anytime you have a public performance, excuse me, there's just always an element of pressure, right? You want it to be good. Um, anyway, I'm kind of rambling here, but so suffice it to say, just these last few months have been really busy and demanding. And once one thing ends, it's just totally on to the next project. There's not really a lot of time to kind of regroup. Well, today is the final performance of the third grade play, um, and then tomorrow is the last day of school before spring break. Now, once I come back, I'm going to have other things like the kindergarten play and the first grade play and spring concert, and there's plenty of work to do. So I guess the two lessons I've been reflecting on that I find to be really helpful things to remember for me is is this twofold. One is work work doesn't end. It keeps going. And if you can just learn to accept that, work is going to be a consistent and persistent part of your life. And if you can just learn to accept that and try to find meaning or satisfaction in doing good work, even, I know some people hate their jobs, and I don't know very many people who just love everything about their job. The reason they pay us is because it's hard sometimes, or demanding, right? At any rate, but if you can learn to find meaning in what you do, and again, that doesn't mean you love it, but even just trying to be, the best at what you do, or trying to provide really excellent service to your customers, or be completely trustworthy, whatever, uh, that can really help with that. But then the other thing is this, though. Um, this too shall pass. This was one of my grandma's um, sayings that she told me about. Um, Honestly, there were times in January and February when I just didn't think I was ever going to get through this, last couple months, and it's been hard. It's been a push, but it's almost done now, and then it's going to be spring break. Now, I know maybe you don't all have spring break, and that's fine. But my point is this: when things are hard, just push on, and keep going, and know that it will pass. and things will get better. Um, and but also know that we're never done in this life. We will continue to do work, and if we can just kind of build that into our expectations, it really can help us in our mental health and our happiness, and also just I feel like kind of our general togetherness as functional adults. All right. So at any rate, I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll catch you later. All my love, your internet grandpa.